We're looking for something that actually shows, and we have like a bluish tealy green paint on an old metal door frame and it is the right age.
Certainly is.
Think you beat your mom, you think you're down out your dome.
Oh,
You like the wind,
I've got you a genuine
nice, dude, that's awesome.
boomerang.
That's awesome. A boomerang from the bush.
Cannot get more Australian.
No, you can't. So all these items that we're finding are at the end of the old road. Old road is right here, and their house is right over there. So if they took a turn into this old road, or they came across the bridge on that side, and then that bridge was demolished, and all the debris pushed in, could have been pushed over the top of it in the water at the time. That water would have actually flowed this way, bringing that car this way. But this bridge and the next bridge and the bridge after that could have been backfilled. So you never know with these items, but you got to double check it, make sure that the police have it. It's in the right spot. You know, we're in the right spot for a 45-year-old vehicle being underwater. I mean, you got to double check. In Lane Cove National Park, searching for Michelle Pope and Stephen Lapthorne. Went missing in their panel van, a 1977 lime green panel van that went missing in 1978 after leaving their house, which was right here on the top of the hill. We are here in the Lane Cove Park, which is actually the Lane Cove River. And the Lane Cove River has the blue hole right here, which if you look at this picture here, is what it looked like in the 40s and 50s. So there's a deep hole called the blue hole right there that could possibly hold a vehicle. We're going to search all the way up the river as far as we can go until it gets to a low water. But we want to search this area specifically because this is the 5-mile, 10K radius around the house. And this is like a lover's lane. This is the place that if they left the house with a family and wanted some time and some space, they would come in here. And back in the day, it was probably dirt roads in the 70s. And who knows, they might be very close to home. And if you look at this picture here, this is the water in this corner right here, the blue hole. So we need to clear it, make sure that there's nothing in there. And who knows, maybe we can bring Michelle and Stephen home today.
You can see the old foundation stones backing from the 1900s. Then a newer concrete section. Bridge has gone straight across there. Before that, bridge was built in the 1967, or started in 1967 up to 72.
If you parked up there on the hill in the trees, which these trees visually, I mean, these are young trees, like if they're 10 years old, maybe 15 years old, I'd be surprised. But if you parked up there and you rolled down this hill, you literally bang, you're in off of a 150-foot cliff.
Yeah. It's a crack up.
directly down into the water, and it's a deep hole right there.
Yeah.
So if you went in and then you flipped, you hit face first with the engine in the front, hit face first, and then rolled in.
It'd be a crumpled, flat,
crumpled, beat up, broken thing, and it's all water down there. It's a big, deep hole on the bend and the turn, like we always talk about.
So this is the one where we need to get into.
Yes.
Okay, so the ruins that you saw over there are actually the ruins of the De Beers Bridge, and that was photos of it back in 1901. Now that bridge actually remained till 1980. When was it? 1967 it was closed, but bushfires destroyed it in 1994. So that bridge still existed up to 1994 before we had bushfires through this area, and it was made of timber, so it's going to burn.
But you come down to the bridge and you pause on the bridge, or you try to go across the bridge, and you're 21 years old. You decide to park on the bridge, and the bridge gives way in that one section you're in, or you decide to drive across it and you don't make it.
But even access for this point here, like the bridge is just there. In the 70s, these aren't that old, these trees, these are only 10 years old maybe. So you could have possibly driven down here and literally did the Dukes of Hazzard into the water.
Right there. And it's
That's a long way down.
It's a long way down. I do see some objects down there in the water, and it's something white. I'm sure it's just trash that's new, but I think we look in this hillside real quick to see if there's any debris of anything in here that could be teal.
Yep.
Or lime green.
Yep.
And just to see if there's any parts.
If they're...
So come along on the journey with us. We're headed down to the Lane Cove River at the bottom of the National Forest, right at the bottom of the old De Burgess Bridge, which was here from early
1901 it was built.
1901.
It was closed in 1967.
And then was
burned down to 1994.
So it didn't burn down until 1994. So it was still existing in 1978 when this couple went missing. So we're going to go down the trail, see if we can get all the way down to the water. I'm hoping we can get down there close to the location of the bottom of that cliff. We're on the hunt. See if we can find some answers for Stephen and Michelle's family. And bring some answers to the police so that they have a better location to look, or at least that they're clear. Nice, we're all the way down to the water. So we're down to the water here, and we are extremely shallow in this section. Like, I can see the bottom. I can see the bottom. We're not the first people to come down here. There's footprints in the sand, but it gets a little deeper here. But this is the hole we're talking about. So there's the bridge. Up there's the cliff. Oh, it's a soccer ball. So
This is the hole we want to check.
yeah, this is the hole. So we want to make sure that since the bridge went across right there, see that eucalyptus tree right there, somewhere there the old bridge went across the De Burgess Bridge, and so this hole is what was underneath the De Burgess Bridge. So I'm sure you're going to find parts of the bridge in here. We should be able to see it on sonar. And then I just want to look at the bank of this while we're here to see if there's any parts that have been here.
Soccer ball down there. That's probably what you could see from the
Yeah,
top.
that's what I said. Yeah,
Wilson.
New Wilson. So here's a tennis ball. So again, I'm just looking in this cliffside in case something came off of here and hit. There's a good ball.
Cricket ball.
Yeah, it's a good one. I want that one.
It's all yours.
So again, we're looking at this cliff here as a possibility just because it's right next to the bridge. And it looks like that whole area, this whole area was clear cut. There was nothing here. So this hole right here is prime #1 spot that you could go missing. So the floods have come all the way up to here. So as you can see, the floods have come all the way up to here, where a hat is up in the thing. So water can get all the way up into the cliff, up into this range, which is 6 feet, over 6 feet, almost 7 feet tall, higher than where we're at right now, according to that hat. Yeah. So back in the day, who knows what the height of the river was when they went missing. Off spiders. Hey, piece of pressure treated. Okay, I'm just looking to see if we see any type of remnant that is vehicle related in this area. Again, it doesn't look very deep in here. No, like in here, see the depth here? It stays pretty, because of the outcrop. Yeah. Just not sure it's deep enough for it to hide a vehicle no matter what. So Dan and I are on an adventure up a creek without a paddle. Literally. Up a creek without a paddle.
Yep, a barbed wire boat.
A barbed wire boat sounds terrible.
That's a bad day.
It's a bad day. A barbed wire boat. Yep. Who would think of that?
That's an old Australian slang.
So, I see a piece of metal there. I see some object up there. Looks like an old sign. Again, they could come from either side.
Yep.
I'm wondering what that is. Are you interested in getting wet?
No.
You don't want to go over there with your shoes off and just check on that piece of metal? I know, huh? Right?
Send the stupid Aussie across.
No, the Aussie's not scared of the water or the slippery rocks.
Oh, I'm a little bit nervous. And the water temperature is not going to be pleasant.
Oh, you're going to be fine. It's going to be nice. I mean, you also got those. You also have those beautiful piglies that are meant for walking on the planet Earth without shoes. All kinds of trash and debris in the trees, so this waterway gets really high in storms. Again, that's not from a car. That looks like from a sign. But Dan's going up and looking at that piece of metal that's there and any other object that's up in those trees up there. Not sure what that is. Looks like something electrical in nature. Again, we're right under the bridge.
Oh, I've got you a genuine.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
Boomerang.
That's awesome. A boomerang from the bush.
You cannot get more Australian.
No, you can't. That's awesome. Total awesomeness right there. Hammer. Eric Hamlet. That one's for you, buddy. That is badass. Someone threw it off the bridge.
This has teal paint on it.
Does it really?
It does really. It has teal paint. I shit you not. And it's the top like a door. It's a door where the window goes up.
So we're looking. That's on the chrome though, right?
No, it's about below the chrome.
Let me see it. So we're looking at we're looking for a lime green paint, and we're looking for something that actually shows. And we have like a bluish, tealy green paint on an old metal door frame, and it is the right age.
Certainly is. That's worth taking up.
Yeah, I think we look for more though.
Yeah.
I think we look in this section a little bit more.
If that's there, then it's going to be.
And you have a piece of metal underneath the debris pile of the bridge location where
There's
they.
like this big round thing here could easily be something to do with a car, either a suspension or chassis or something like that. But it's so buried. I can't get it out.
Well, and this is right behind it.
And maybe if it's gone off the cliff here and it's impacted, maybe it's disintegrated.
But remember, this could also have been flooded.
Oh,
And then on top of that,
100
and
times.
then in 1994 you have a fire,
Yeah.
and that's why it's so rusted. Again, interesting though, because the color scheme, you know, it is kind of like a bluish green, and it is the right age. So Dan's gonna investigate the other side of the bank a little bit more and see if he finds anything else. He has another piece of metal. Again,
I'm gonna try and dig that out. So the bit of metal that I'm trying to get out, it's got like a rounded shape, like an old rim or something, but it's really, really thick metal. Like, could be part of the bridge.
I think so.
I just don't know.
I'm gonna look up here a little bit. And we're looking under the bridge to see if there's anything. I've got a piece of a tail lens of a van style tail lens.
Another bit of metal here.
So I've got a piece of a tail lens, it looks like, of headlights. Well, we're in the spot that actually makes sense. Traditional trolley cart in the river. And I'm just looking upriver from where we're finding the debris pile to see if there's any depth, and I don't see any depth whatsoever in here that could hide a vehicle. And we're right under the bridge. I got a piece of, I guess that's a metal pipe. It's not a piece of a car that I can see. So I've got this, and I've got this casing. I'm not sure what that is. It is metal. I don't think it's a, I mean, this is actually rounded, but I don't think it's a vehicle casing. Looks like some type of piece of the bridge, maybe. Again, we're in the right spot to find something related to this case. Just gonna look really carefully, Eddie. It's where you typically find the remnants of something that is, again, another metal pipe. A bolt. Again, I'm finding all kinds of pieces and parts of stuff down here under the bridge, I mean, which is normal. I've got the normal pipe there. Again, I don't have the depth in here though. So where is it possible that this vehicle could have gone and fallen in? I can't get any further. Got more chrome. We've got more chrome. Again, we're under the bridge, and back in the day there was a bridge here too, so there could have been other accidents, but you know, and that car could be downriver in something like this where there is a flood, where it doesn't get caught up, or it's just in little pieces. Again, another bolt. Definitely doesn't look vehicle related, but I'm finding it all right here in this little nook. All these bolts and stuff. That's all parts of something. A whole heap of what? Bolts. I've got bolts of the bridge here too. I got bolts. I got metal posts and poles. It's a debris field of stuff. I found another piece of a car with chrome on it. And stuff can come a long way down river. And with 7-foot height change here from some of the debris pile that's in the trees, very easily could get high in the bank. So on the bottom, it actually says Amity's.
I haven't got my glasses on. So
Amity.
E-M-I-T-Y, is it?
A-M. A-M-I-T-Y.
Now I found all this old ceramic.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely earlier than, it's a Pond's jar, which is 1920s. And
It's all melted.
it's interesting.
Hmm.
It's definitely older than 1970s. But this is not.
No, that could easily be 70s. It's a really old mud flat.
Yep. And you know, this stuff here, I mean, the paint.
Yeah, the paint. So that could, the white could have been an undercoat, and the teal's come off.
And I found this up just a little ways up here.
Yeah.
And that's a piece of chrome.
We'll handle this into the missing persons group. We'll give them a ring, but I'd like to have scanned that bit down there first. How many ponds are up there? That deep holes?
There's 2 more.
So if we get the kayak down here and I walk down or get here and help you get over the rocks, is our plan?
I don't know what the plan is yet. Again, 45 years. 45 years. Anything, any one piece of debris could tell us that it's actually here. There's an old boat from the bridge, or from a bridge. And we're gonna have to double check this hole.
So these are where there's at least 3 tyres the same altogether. They've got made in Australia. Put the numbers off them. You might be able to see from the bank there, there's one on the edge of the bank there.
Here, let me see.
Just to my right, your left. And it's buried under all this sand.
So
There's a tyre there, like a really old tyre. And another really old tyre here. That could easily be 60s, 70s, maybe even 50s.
I'm wondering about this piece of metal that's under here.
Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm going to try and dig it out. It's likely just a part of the bridge, but...
Well, there's right over there, there's it could have been an old walking bridge down below the bridge.
Okay.
But there's an old eye bolt drilled into the rock.
Oh, cool.
I see a piece of metal or straight flat down there, right where your foot is right now. You're standing on it.
Yep. Timber.
Oh, it's timber. It's down there.
What do you think's down here? Nothing.
Don't know.